What's up, guys? Welcome back to Delaplaine, Arkansas, and our dairy farm, or at least what we're starting to make a dairy farm. We have got one barn. That's it. No cows in it, so it's hard to call us a dairy farm yet. We have been doing contracts the first two episodes. This episode will be similar. However, at the end of this episode, I really would like to have some cows in that pen. Now, right now we are headed out to field 130. We are going to do a quick fertilizing contract here. And man, the last episode, if you've seen the last episode, I think it took 3 hours real time just to get all of that done. Let me make sure I know where we're going here. Yes, we're going to go this way. 3 hours to get all of that done. I remember that when I put it on to 1 speed, which it's on right now, and I will change back to 5, it took a while. But I do like 5 speed. I think that now that we're into episode 3, I would really like to just put it on 5 speed. It's kind of, for me, a challenge of if I can fit everything into a day. It does get late quick, and at 10 speed I think it's a little too fast. So up there in the corner right, it says 1, but we are going to change it to 5. Now I'm going to get into this field, which is, I think, right beyond this. There's this one, there's a little one right here coming up, and then I believe it is, yes, it is the one after that very small strip. So right across the bridge here and in here. Now I'm going to get into the field and fertilize this up. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get this done in a short amount of time. That's why I took it, and it's $40,000. So let's see. Now, just an update on our money. We're at $159,000. If you remember, we almost doubled that last episode with that huge field. So we've got the money from that. We've got $159,000, and I'm thinking, if we're going to use bales, I'm probably going to need a skid steer before I need a tractor, which is really weird to say, but I really think that is going to be the case. So I'm probably going to buy a skid steer before a tractor. That way we can transport the bales around and feed our cows. That's really what we're looking to do. That's the number one thing we're looking to do, is make sure our cows don't die. So yes, that we can do that. And then, I don't know, after this 30,000 or 40,000, we're going to be close to 200,000. We'll do a couple contracts, like I said, in this episode. That way we get up there, and we're going to be very close to getting a tractor, which is really something that we really need to do, obviously, if we want to be a farm. So I'm not driving anywhere on these lines. I guess I should, just to kind of make it look realer. No, whatever. Let me continue on with this, and we'll see what time, or how good of time, we end up making. Now, speaking of money, I'm really at this dilemma where I'm figuring, okay, I know that we do have to get a skid steer and a tractor, but I'm also wanting more land. Now, we don't have any land to do anything with right now. Our land is pretty small. We could probably mow the grass and maybe get 2 bales off of it if we're lucky, and that's not obviously worth it. We're going to need some land. The good thing is, with this map, these fields are everywhere. We can really get, and if you see us in the top right, that's where we are in the progress of field 130. But if you look down in the southwest, you see 14, 13, 18, 19. Those fields, although they're a little far away from our farm, they are affordable, and we're able to grow crops there. So I would like to do something. I'm really not sure what yet, but I do know that I do want our own land. That's probably the only way this whole thing's going to work. And yeah, a special shout out to Kiwi. I'm driving cab, and I'm really trying hard here. Man, I don't know how you guys do it, but I'm going to teach myself. That is my promise to myself and to you. I will teach myself how to drive in this cab. Well, before, Farm Sim 27 or 28 or whatever the next one is. All right, now we're getting there. It is about 90% done here, and it is 9 o'clock. And that's why I love these solid fertilizer jobs, because you can get a lot done in a short amount of time and get paid real well for it. We're going to make about $40,000 here, and that's before 9:30, I'm guessing. We'll say safely before 10 in the morning. It's a pretty good day so far. All right, now officially finished the contract, but we are going to drive all the way down anyway because, like I said, we finish things around here as evidence of episode one's 99% done status. We went back and got it all done. So I don't want to hear it. Okay, we're going to do this whole field real quick. We have to go this way anyway. I'm going to go all the way down to the field, take a left, and then we're going to start looking at some skid steers once I get back to the farm because I think that's the route I'm gonna go. Either way, we're gonna need one, and either way, we don't have enough money for a tractor right now. Not at least not a good one, and cows. So let's look at the shop. Just give me a second, and we will get back to the farm. All right, now getting back to the farm, we're gonna drop all this equipment off. Probably get in the truck and head down to the farm or to the store, should I say? I want to see if we're able to buy maybe a bale of TMR, maybe a bale of straw, maybe just a bale of hay and grass as well. Get all that done and here so that when we do get the cows, which I don't think I'm going to get a ton of them at first. I want to try to figure out how much feed is what we actually need. But yeah, I think I'd like to do that. Let's go down. We're going to buy a trailer. $159,000 I have. I just need a really small trailer so that I can get these bales back here. But yeah, either way. And that's the thing. When I lease something, it's always going to show up right here. But I want to actually earn it. I want to go down to the store when we need something. So that's where I'm headed now. Well, that lasted long. On second thought, since I moved the store over here and I forgot just how big this map is, I think we're just going to keep the store right here. How's that? All right, so let me get a couple bales here. And I also want to look at what kind of cows we've got to buy here. Let's look at the menu first. Okay, so Brown Swiss, Holstein. Some of them are named and some of them aren't. Not that that matters, but a Holstein, let's see here. I guess we buy this one because it's average milk, average quality. Everything else is like very low. And since we're starting off with basically nothing, I think we're going to do this. Just make sure. Okay, so 3 months old. So we'll buy, yeah, you can only buy one. We do want to buy it, and we now have a cow on the farm. Now we need to not get a bull. We need to get a couple other cows. I'm really worried about the weight of these, but let's try it. Let's just buy all of these, and we will try to get the other animals up to snuff. Right now, they're not. We got 4 cows. I hear them. There they are. So 4 little calves, and they are playing around and trying to stand up. That's cool. Cool animation. So yeah, so I'm going to get a skid steer that's going to show up over there because, yes, I know it is. Because the store is a long ways away, I think, in this map. So for the sake of time, we're going to get some stuff. So let me look here. Now, a front loader would be okay, but I kind of want a skid steer. They're cheaper. So we can get this one. This is the New Holland. We can just buy it because we're going to need it. $35,000. So that was basically that contract this morning to get a skid steer, which, hey, I'm not complaining. All right, we don't want to use equipment, but we do want the things that come with this. So we do have, as you see, a bale spear, a pallet fork. I think a pallet fork's going to work only because I think it spears the bales and it also pick up pallets for us. So I think that kind of makes sense. So we're going to buy that. And luckily it's only $800. As we grow, we'll get more of these implements and things like that, but for right now that will do. Now here is the New Holland. You climb in here. And now we don't have any bales yet, so I do have to still buy some bales. And what I'm going to do, because we don't have a blower or anything for the straw, is I'm going to put it over in I guess I'm gonna have to buy a trailer too, because I'm gonna have to blow this straw, I believe. But I want to put it into the silo because then it will make it loose and not a bale. Let me buy some bales here quickly. Okay, so at the store, bought 2 bales of silage, 2 bales of straw, and 2 bales of hay. I'm hoping I wasn't able to find TMR. I think we probably have to make that. And either way, we want to make it anyway. Let me get one. No. Well, let me move these two. Why not? I was only grabbing one, but as long as I've got both of them, why not? Let me put this down so I can see where I'm going a little bit. There we go. And what do I have? I have straw over here. So what I need to do with the straw, since I got to drive like this because this is impossible. I'm going to put it over here in the silo. Yeah, that's kind of a cheat, but what it's going to do is it's going to loosen up that straw for us as it accepts this. Maybe. And what we're going to do is we're just going to get a trailer and we're going to dump the straw in because I don't have a blower right now and it is going to be a little bit too much money. We've only have $153,000. So we're really trying to stretch that. I know that I'm going to do another contract before we're good, but look at this. We do have 4 cows, 4 calves in the pen right now, so that's always good news. And I guess let's just pick up 2 more. The first time I just oh, that's grass. Sorry, I forgot about that. Hay, maybe I did say hay and grass and silage, but look at this. This is impossible to drive. I mean, I can't see anything. Can you? Here we go. All right, and in we go. And now you'll see that it accepted both of them. Let's see where we're at here. The grass, so 40% filled. Or no, I'm sorry, a little less than 10% filled. 12,000. These cows take a lot of feed, and I'm not really sure if we're going to make it without doing contracts because just to feed these cows is a lot of money. Anyway, I'm going to get these in here, and the silage is going to go in here, and then we're going to get on with the contracts because I'm not going to fill this whole thing up, obviously. I don't have the money to do that right now, to be honest with you. And we still have to get the straw in there, so let me actually get a trailer before we get too far into this and forget about it. And that one's going to float. That one's just going to float. Nice catch. And she'll take it. Yeah, the barn and the cows are going to take a ton of feed. This just in. So now we have to get a trailer so that we can hook up to our truck. And I'm just going to need a small trailer only because we're only going to keep this on the farm, likely. I don't see us really taking this anywhere. This will just be our feeding trailer. And we'll just grab a $6,000 one. We have $153,000, so we're going to buy this. It's actually $9,000, but that's okay. We're okay now. Now we're going to hope that this hooks up to the truck because I really honestly forgot about the attachment. I'm hoping. Let's see. Herd truck is up for anything. Let's just say that. Alright, so now we are going to use the back road here. And this is what I wanted, at least for now, to do the straw. We're just going to dump it into the to the barn. I can level this up here. And now we're going to fill this up with straw, and we are going to go dump it over here with the cows, and then they should be happy outside of TMR, which we'll need to make. I am thinking they're going to be happy. Now, this is the hard part right here. This is impossible for right now for me in real life. This is much easier than in the game. Um, Let me just get this done. I was actually on a pretty good roll there, but yeah, I'll dump this in here and then we will get on to the next job. Okay, on second thought, maybe I won't. I thought I was going to drop it right here. I might need a straw blower to blow it into that section. Maybe over there. Or can I just back up in here? One more attempt. One more attempt. I don't think this is going to work, but this is why we try it. This is why you're shaking your head going, no, Herd, there is no chance that this is going to work. But we're going to try it anyway. Probably going to say not accepted. Nope. It's going to accept it, and we're going to leave it there. Alright, that worked just as good. Excellent. Hey, don't tell me that I edit bad things out, because that right there's a bad thing. Good thing we have this, and maybe we can just dump this over here. I haven't really looked at the barn here, so I'm not really sure. Or I'm guessing it goes right here. One way or the other, we'll figure it out. It's in here right now. I have got to get that done. But right now, I am a little annoyed at that. So let's go into another contract and see what we can get done. Okay, so we're gonna do a contract for David, a cultivating job. 58 is the field number, section 50 or field 58. I knew section didn't sound right. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't looked. I figured, why look? It'll be funnier if I mess up, and hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully it made you feel better about your game, because man, oh man, am I annoyed at the moment. But we'll figure this out. Let's figure out what field we're going to first. Field 58. Let me figure out how to get there, and I will pick it back up when we're closer. Now, I really like this map, Delaplaine. I almost moved the farm here to Delaplaine, mostly because it's Arkansas, but also because I really like this map. The farm is not moving to Delaplaine. However, I do enjoy playing the series here, so hats off to the map makers here and everybody that makes this community thrive, to be honest with you. Couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't have a fun time without you. Trust me, this is a guy that's been playing Riverbend Springs for a long time with the roleplay series, so I'm very happy for this map. I don't know how to get to where I need to go, but that's on me. That's not on the map makers. That's on me, and as everybody knows already, it's definitely my fault. Alright, let's get some cultivating done, and let's try to get this field done, because it's 11 o'clock right now, and we can really start making some money if we get to it. So let's do that now. Now, just for the money of it all, if you're keeping track, we have $144,000. This contract is going to be worth $36,000, so we'll have about 170 for all you mathematical geniuses out there. 170 to 180 up there in that area of the of the money, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying, but either way, we're going to try to get a tractor, and that's the next purchase. We've already got cows. We've already got a skid steer. There's not much else to get right now that's more important than a tractor for a farm, so we're going to get the tractor, and then we won't be able to we won't have to borrow these items from these people. We'll just have them. That's what I'm looking to do. That way we can save some contracting money, but also so we can get our own fields and start actually making some real money. But yes, we are going to be here for a minute, and that's okay, because it's good money. It's not going to be the field that we ended with the last episode. I don't think anything will, and I'm really going to rethink my strategy with contracts, because that, like I've said before, took forever. Now, let me take this time just to clear something up, because I've been asked a couple questions here about the series. When are you going to be doing it? Why are you missing all of that? Kiwi would never do that. I don't have answers for these things, but here's the thing. I will be putting these out as much as I can. I'm trying to make this kind of the farm of the channel and just see how far we can grow this from, from now until whenever. Now, as far as the role play series is concerned, I'm writing that. I've probably done, oh man, I don't even know how many episodes that I've done for the next episode that we have coming out. So I'm gonna have to record that at some point. I'm gonna have to write that and completely finish writing that. But right now, it's on hiatus for a couple more weeks. I will make sure that it's not too long before we get back to that. But right now, the life is just a little crazy, so I don't want to have to put out a full-fledged story every Friday or Saturday. When I come back, I want it to be good, obviously. So just trying to manage my time a little bit better right now with these. These are a little easier to make than writing a whole episode. But I am doing that behind the scenes. Know that if you like the farm, it is definitely coming back, and it'll be back in a couple weeks. But I just wanted to make sure that we all were on the same page there. I don't have a schedule for the dairy. It's just going to come out when it comes out, but I think that's the beauty of it. I can assure you one thing as I'm doing these contracts: when we get fields, when we get equipment, I don't care. It's worth saving up to get the bigger ones because it takes forever. However, when we do this, we're going to be using workers as well. But still, I don't want to take all day to do a field, and I thought this would be a little quicker. I forgot that it wasn't solid fert that we were putting on the ground. We were cultivating. It's going to take a little longer. Anyway, I'll pick it up when we get closer to done. All right, now finally 354, and we are finally getting done with this field. And I gotta be honest, I could have done this a little bit faster. There was a lot of slacking off there in the middle, but 355 in the game, and we're just getting this done now. So that is where we're gonna leave it. Probably have about 170, 180,000 on the next episode that we can mess with, and we'll figure out our cow situation as well. But yeah, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Thank you so much for hanging out today. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, if you made it this far, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. We are on the road to 3,000. I can't believe that's real. We are on the road to 3,000 subs. Let's get that done this summer. I'm really hoping that we can. That is the goal. You can make that happen. But guys, thank you again. I appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one.